Hello students, good morning to all. Welcome to your English literature class. This is Neetu Verma who is going to take you on English literature. Today we are going to study our 7th chapter of short stories, The Little Match Girl, written by Hans Christian Andersen. But before starting our chapter, I want to ask, still you have completed all your poems and have you completed your work also in workbook? If it is yes, then okay. Otherwise, complete it as soon as possible. Because when school will reopen, first of all, we will check your books. Thank you. So now start the chapter. First of all, we will come to know something about Hans Christian Andersen. Hans Christian Andersen was born on April 2, 1805 in Odense, Denmark. Hans Andersen died in 1816, leaving his son and a wife, Annie Mary. While the Andersen family was not wealthy, young Hans Christian was educated in boarding school for the privileged. He achieved worldwide fame for writing innovative and influential fairy tales. Many of his stories were very famous. The Little Match Girl is a pathetic story of a poor little girl that touches the heart of the readers. The story begins on a cold winter night in which the snow never stopped. It was near New Year's Eve and dreadful cold. In this cold and darkness, there went along the street a poor little girl, bareheaded and with naked feet. So this is the story of that girl. So we are going to study. The weather was rough. Too much snow was there, too much cold was there. The Little Match Girl is a pathetic story, already I told you. It is a story of a poor girl, touches the heart of the readers. It was New Year's Eve and dreadfully cold. In this cold and darkness, there went along the street a poor little girl, bareheaded and with naked feet. When she left home, she had slippers on, it is true, but they were much too large for her feet. Her mother had used those slippers till then, but the poor little girl lost them running across the street when two carriages were quickly passing by. When she looked for them, one was not to be found, and a boy grabbed the other and ran away with it. So the little girl walked on with her tiny naked feet that were quite red and blue from cold. She carried a quantity of matches in an old apron and she held a bundle of them in her hand. No one had bought so much as bunch of all long day and no one had given her a penny. She crept along trembling with cold and hunger. She felt miserable. Actually, till that time no one had purchased any matchstick and she came early in the morning, that's why she was feeling hunger as well as too much tired also. The flakes of snow covered her long fair hair, which fell in beautiful curls around her neck, but she did not think of her beauty or of the cold because that time she was feeling too much hungry and she was busy to see the beauty. Light shone from every window, and she could feel the delicious smell of roast goose being cooked for New Year's Eve in all the houses. She could not stop thinking about it. In a corner between two houses, she sat down. She tucked her little feet underneath herself, but still she grew colder and colder because too much cold was there. She did not dare to go home, as she had not sold any matches and could not bring any money. Her father would certainly not be pleased. He could be sure to beat her. Besides, it was cold enough at home as they had only a roof above them that was full of holes. Her little hands were almost numb with cold. She thought that a match might warm her fingers if she lit it. She drew out one and struck it. It blazed and burnt and gave out a warm, bright flame like a little candle as she held her hands over it. It was a wonderful light. It really seemed to the girl as if She sat in front of a great iron stove with a lovely fire inside it. It burned so nicely that the little girl stretched out her feet to warm them. She felt very comfortable, but then the flame went out, the stove vanished, and nothing remained. She had only the remains of the burnt out match in her hand. She rubbed another match against the wall. It burned brightly, and where the light fell on the wall, she could suddenly see into the room. A snow white cloth was spread on the table, on which were laid beautiful china plates, while a stuffed roast goose cooked away and made a most delicious smell. And what was more delightful and wonderful, the goose jumped from the dish, with the knife and fork still in its breast, and waddled along the floor straight towards the little girl. But the match went out then, and nothing was left to her but the thick, damp wall. She lit another match and found herself sitting under the most magnificent Christmas tree. Thousands of candles were burning on the green branches, and little painted figures, like she had seen in shop windows, looked down on her. She stretched out her hands to them, but then the match went out. Still the lights of the Christmas trees burned higher and higher into the sky until she saw one fall, forming a long trail of fire. "Now someone is dying," said the little girl, for her old grandmother, the only one who had ever been good to her, but who was now dead, had said, "Whenever a star falls, a soul goes up to God." She struck another matches against the wall. It lit, and in its brightness, her dead old grandmother appeared before her, beaming love and kindness. To see her, she told her, "Granny," cried the little girl, "oh, take me with you. I know you will disappear when the match is burnt out. You will vanish like the warm stove, the lovely roast goose, and the great glorious Christmas tree." And she rubbed the whole bundle of matches quickly against the wall, for she wanted to keep her grandmother near to her. They burned with such brilliant light that it became brighter than the midday sun. Her grandmother had never looked so grand and beautiful. She took the little girl in her arms, and both flew joyfully together, climbing higher far above the earth, away from cold and hunger, to heaven. The next morning she was found frozen, with a smile on her face. As she was not in any tension, she was so much happy. She had died on the last evening of the old year. No one imagined that beautiful things she had seen, or how happily she had gone with her grandmother into the new year. Thank you. I hope, students, you enjoyed the story. Is it clear to all? I think so. It is clear to all. Now what you will do in this week, you will complete, not in week. You are having one day only. After that we are having another class. That's why now you will try to complete your short stories workbook. Chapter number 7, The Little Match Girl. This is your homework. So once you will read the text on behalf of the summary which I told you, you will try to understand the part. If any question is there, any query is there, then you will mark it. When school will reopen, then you can ask. Thank you very much.